Okay. So I talked about Italy back in 2018. Me and my family actually took a trip to Italy for 2 weeks. We spent a few days in each area of the southern part of Italy. That's what we'll be going through over. So first, we're going to talk about what a liri is. I actually have one here. It's from 1973. So I actually pass it around the room. This is actually
Did you
what.
get one?
So my uncle, who still lives over in Italy, he used to travel a lot. So he actually has a bunch of like French coins. So this is actually what the Italian currency was before the euro. Well, the euro was there, but the Italian currency was different. Then in 2002, Italy went to the euro to be with the European Union. It originates from the word Libra. Now, not the best sun sign that there is. Libra actually comes from a whole nother type of system. It was created by Charles the Great. He was known as the Emperor of the Romans. So this is actually what Italy used for their money before they switched to the euro. And now, this, if you look it up on Google, it's called a collapsible fruit basket. However, be a little bit delicate with it. It's like an appetizer. So you would have a spot for your nuts, a spot for like dip. So if you have bread, you dip the bread in, cheese, and then when you make it flat, you have like a very small cutting board or like a platter that you can pass things out. So we got this when we were in Rome. Just be a little bit delicate. Well, it's a little fragile. So you would have this out before your appetizers, before your salads. Something that's really, really cool. Now, everyone loves Italian food, I'm guessing. Who doesn't love it? Now, the thing is, when you go to Italy, you're gonna find a lot of tourist traps. You'd be surprised how many tourist traps we found in the 2 weeks. What you really have to look for are hole in the walls. What do I mean by like a hole in the wall? Like a little tiny stand that you find maybe at a corner, a little tiny restaurant. Not these big fancy restaurants. We went to big fancy restaurants all the time. Went to these big fancy restaurants, I can't tell you, pasta carbonara was dry. The pasta was uncooked, the pasta was overcooked. You'd be surprised how many tourist traps you find when you go to Italy. Now, rice balls. We went to Taormina in Sicily. We found this very, very little hole in the wall. That was probably the best rice balls that you're ever going to taste in your entire life. It was absolutely phenomenal. And then margarita pizza. It's like a basic pizza with your sauce, your cheese, and your basil. Probably the most popular pizza that you have over in Italy. No matter where you are, no matter what menu you're looking at, whenever there's a pizza section, you'll always see margarita at the top. So that's kind of like a very basic pizza, that you really can't go wrong with. Very tasteful, very good. So Italian food is really good, but be careful if you ever do go there. Tourist traps everywhere. Now we're going to talk a little bit about the government, because the last chapter was about government. Italy is run by a democratic republic. It is ruled by representatives that the people vote for. It's very similar to the United States system. The only difference is they don't have like these central powers as like we do. As you have your legislative. They don't. Yeah, take it. No, 100%. It's super cool. It's awesome. So it's very similar to us. Even the United States, when I was looking up, our real term is a democratic other republic, but we call ourselves a democracy. So it's very similar to exactly what the government in Italy is. The people hold power. The people don't vote. It's a very weird system they have over there. But the representatives from the people do all the speaking and do it for the laws. And then just a couple of holidays that they do over in Italy. They have Liberation Day, the day of ending the Nazi fascism. It's April 25th. That's coming up in a couple months. Bello Ciao is played throughout the streets. I don't know if anyone's seen the movie Money Heist, but in the movie Money Heist, they play Bello Ciao a lot. It pretty much means my love, goodbye. Businesses, schools are closed, and throughout the streets where they play Bello Ciao, you have parades, you have rallies for everyone to celebrate Liberation Day, their freedom. Pretty much our Independence Day. And then you got Ferragosto. It is August 1st. It's a day of rest. Now, Italy does a lot of crops. They do a lot of growing through seasons. So when the end of the season is here, they have a day of rest. Pretty much, schools even close, businesses. It's just after, you guys grow gardens in the summer. It's pretty much the end of the cropping season. They're able to finally take a day of rest and then get ready for the winter months to come. So they actually have a national holiday for that because of how much they're invested in agriculture and growing. That's it. I got you guys.
Any question? So when you went to Italy, what struck you differently?
Oh man, so well, when you go to Italy first, kind of what we talked about a little bit yesterday. It is true, everyone talks with their hands. You'd be very surprised how much hand gestures is used when you're in your simple and normal conversations. But I would say the biggest thing is pickpocketers. They're actually still around over there. Me and my dad, it was a very late night. Everything was closed. The only thing that was open was McDonald's. Now, you wouldn't really expect to eat a McDonald's when you're in Italy. You would eat really things that you wouldn't find here. But we were in McDonald's and we actually saw this very little girl, probably no more than 15 years old. We're looking at her, and she's kind of just like strolling around, super duper weird. Next thing you know, she reaches into a guy's pocket, picks his pocket, and walks out. It was the craziest thing ever. I couldn't physically believe my eyes of what I just saw. It's true. And then in that same area, we walked out the McDonald's, went into the big square where everyone's kind of gathering, talking. And when me and my family were just hanging out, we're talking, and all of a sudden this lady starts screaming, "She pickpocketed me. She pickpocketed." And you see the girl sprinting across the square. The same girl. So it is very crazy that in Italy you have to really hide, your jewelry. If you have a necklace, hide it. If you have a watch, keep it under your sleeve. Any type of things that shows expensive, you really want to make sure it's on you. Zippered pants, when you have your wallets. You don't really think about it that much, but it actually does happen a lot over there in Italy. So anything expensive, anything that's personal, you either want to A, hide, B, don't bring, or C, make sure you have it tightly close to your chest. That would be a big thing about Italy, I would say.
How about in US? Any place that
New York.
New York, but
Oh, yeah.
New York is not as bad as
No.
Europe. Yeah.
Not as bad. New York, my one cousin, when he went to New York, he was standing on the subway. Guy took his headphones off and ran off the subway once the doors closed and lost his headphones.
Wow.
So
When?
it happened, oh gosh, this had to be 8, 9 years ago, a while ago, but it does happen in New York. When we have my family go to New York, we always gotta keep our necklaces and keep our jewelry because people will do it. You know, no matter where you are, people are gonna steal, but Italy, it happens a lot. But I definitely recommend going to Italy. It is an experience. You guys will learn a lot, you'll see a lot. It was actually probably the best 2 weeks ever. As long
Where
as
did you go?
So we landed in Rome, and then after Rome, we went to Sorrento, and then after Sorrento, we went to the Amalfi Coast. After the Amalfi Coast, we went to Sicily. We spent time in Taormina. And after Taormina, we went back to Rome to actually spend some time there. Went to the Vatican City. And very, very funny story actually about the Vatican City. We walk out of the Vatican City, there's all these people selling water, very hot. I wouldn't say like the police came, but like the police came and like, hey, the people who are selling, you have to walk away, So they walk away, I kid you not, 2 minutes later, 3 minutes later, it starts drizzling. They come back and out of nowhere, they're all selling ponchos and umbrellas. And you're looking at it like, how? Where are these people coming from? You just have so many questions, but it was, we actually stayed in a hotel right next to the French embassy in Italy, which is actually a really cool thing, seeing someone else's embassy in another country that we don't live in. But yeah, so we spent 2 weeks there. It was about 3-4 days in each area before we got on another flight to go to another area. But if I ever do go back, I do want to visit Northern Italy, Venice, Milan, those areas. That'd be really, really cool. Any other questions, comments, concerns?
Okay, thank you. Yeah, Europe is bad, like a lot
It's
of,
different,
yeah. Yeah, and your phone.
but definitely recommend.
So, I remember this past trip, we came back, like when we were in Europe, we were like nervous, like we have to watch stuff closely. But with the moment we landed in New York, I was like, oh my God, we are here. And I can leave my luggage here and then go a little bit further. I don't have to have my luggage with me all the time. Yeah, so it's like, it's totally different. So, okay, so today we're going to talk about culture. I forgot what oh, this one. Oops.
How often do you actually use app? In Shenzhen, China, a city many refer to as Silicon Valley East, cash is typically becoming a thing of the past. People aren't pouring out the plastic much either. All over China, more and more consumers are going all mobile all the time. After streaming of apps, most users just two mega apps from 2 Chinese companies. They're also collecting almost unfathomable amounts of consumer data. In this episode of Moving Upstream, we explore what's behind this made in China phenomenon and whether it's poised to sweep the planet. So after crossing the bridge from Hong Kong to mainland China, we realized the extent to which we're outside. You see everyone, everywhere, scanning QR codes, paying for food, transport, and consumer goods with their phones. Since we don't have Chinese bank accounts, when in Shenzhen we couldn't do out of the Shenzhenians. My colleague, Matt McDonald, someone to show us what this pay with your phone business is all about. Leonie Wu, one of the more eccentric members of Shenzhen's tech community, agreed to be rough. She asked us to meet her at her office. It's one of those co-working spaces.
They're heading to their back bar.
All right. One of the co-working space, payment with cash or credit cards isn't an option.
When I'm working on a respiratory platform,
Internet person. We chose her because she promotes Shenzhen's tech lifestyle. Generally, also identifies herself as.
what do you make? I make, and I'm really practical things.
And practical thing.
I always do things as a proof of concept.
We will grace the cover of the Tech World prestigious Mint magazine. Okay, so she's not your typical Chinese person, but she says the way she uses her phone is. In 2016, Chinese consumers spent $9 trillion in mobile payments, dwarfing $12 billion spent in the US. Do you have cash in your purse right now?
I still have it, I still think it's emergency. Sometimes they don't have the changes to give you and you have to wait.
So annoying.
That's so annoying.
The first stop on our adventure is lunch.
We can find a meal before we go
Well, why are we paying for the meal before we even go to the restaurant?
because it's a little bit cheaper than paying there. If you pay at rent, maybe we buy $3 or $4 and then,
Oh, really? Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm a little bit frugal.
To get there, we could rent a bike.
I'm going to scan the. So the code is 3232.
But it says bikes aren't a thing. So we decided to call a taxi, using again the WeChat app. Taxis here don't take credit cards. They do accept, and we prefer WeChat Pay.
你好，
There we shows our prepaid reservation and we get the buffet. Thing that's feeding the Chinese appetite for mobile app payments is food. According to mobile payment leader Tencent, in China, 3/4 of fast food purchases are made using mobile. What nobody do- Alibaba's Puma supermarket harnesses China's QR code scanning culture. Every product in store is scannable, even the crabs. Find out where they came from. Add them to your favorites. So later, from home, for them for delivery. What do you buy most often? The app knows, allowing it to serve you personalized recommendations. And it's all linked to Alipay. Our colleague, Lisa Lin, is a Puma in Shanghai.
The significance of payment has given rise to a whole new industries in China that would never have been possible in the West.
Puma, which has announced plans to open 2,000 more supermarkets, is also an example of how global payment platforms in China are creating ecosystems that are about much more than just the final transaction. In the early 2000s, Alibaba launched Alipay to facilitate user transactions on Taobao, Chinese equivalent of eBay. Around the end of the decade, Taobao introduced its mobile wallet feature to let Alipay members transfer money to one another. Good timing. That was right when the number of mobile skyrocketed.
One of the biggest reasons is the fact that smartphones in China are really affordable for the masses.
And many people began finding themselves in China's supercharged economy with more money in their bank accounts. They began linking those accounts to Alipay. Not many Chinese people had credit cards. One factor, Chinese authorities made it difficult for Visa and MasterCard to get a foothold there. In 2013, Tencent got in on the action, bringing mobile payments to the popular WeChat app. In just 3 years, the newcomer has grabbed up 40% of China's mobile payment transactions. This was the year before Apple announced Apple, which in terms of users is now Chinese rival.
With Apple adding iMessage, that's out.
Here's what interesting about this. The made in China innovation happens on these two platforms. They only use both WeChat and Alipay. Alipay means online shopping on Taobao. Right.
Yeah, it was like,
It's like the home shopping network meets Facebook Live.
so I don't like the color, I don't like the color.
She prefers.
So she's going to credit for us.
That's just one feature. Taobao and WeChat are now platforms in which dozens of app functions are rolled into one.
There's so many things you can do with just one app in China, and I guess that's, to me, what's the most interesting, the fact that they want to have one app to rule them all.
Chat Development Campus in Guangzhou, China, to learn about the latest feature for keeping users in app, so-called mini programs. The basic idea is to create a mini app for every place or thing that you can visit, effectively bringing the offline world and all the money, spending it into the WeChat universe. A lot of mini apps are food related. China owns anything you want can come to you.
谢谢你，师傅。OK，行，谢谢。
The many apps don't really download or install, they simply disappear when you finish using them. The user data collected from them doesn't. Gansu is the operations manager for WeChat's payment division.
然后这个站长在人口不大的国家，这实际上会被极大的困扰。然后的话，你想一下，如果这个信息在数亿甚至10亿的人口之间每天发生的交易，通过这样的方式被流传起来，看。
It allows Alibaba and Tencent to collect so much information. You know where you're buying it, you know how much you're spending, and this in turn has allowed them to provide a lot of other services. And the bottom line is, Chinese in general are less concerned about data privacy. Less.
I just think like in America, we're so protective of our information and our data. There's this idea of like an overarching system that knows everything that we've done, all the purchases we did that day. So I think maybe that's part of why we're not rushing in to adopt all of these technologies.
That's what gets me. You're in China. The government knows everything about
The government already know everything about me, they just, if I'm not committing a crime, don't give a shit.
Western expats we met in China, like Duncan Jones, a tech accelerator in Shenzhen, sees the Chinese mobile pay way spread.
You know, I'm a Westerner living here, but I never have cash.
No.
Never. Like, I was actually thinking about it the other day. Like I can't remember the last time I had R&D cash. But I paid for everything through WeChat. Yeah, we're going to see more innovation born in China. There's all this emerging innovation which is happening for them, which will suddenly become mainstream. Are they ahead of us here? It's a strange realization, but yes.
Thanks for watching this episode of Moving Upstream. I'm Jason Green in
Oh. Next question. Oh, wait. Me too. I forgot I didn't download this thing here. Okay, so just one question here. See if we can. Oh. This one. What's the question? Yeah. So if, let's say, if you visit China, how many people? It's only one. Okay. Okay. Let me see what you guys answer. Well, people, come on. Okay, so for those who answer yes, anybody want to say why?
I think it goes back to what he said, we're all about privacy, real protective.
Okay,
At first, I don't think I would be open to it. Maybe later down the road I would, but at first I think so.
okay,
I just find it very weird that after you're done paying for something, it just disappears, you said, right?
oh no, the app disappeared, but you can find the record.
Okay.
Yeah, you can find the app record. It's not like, see, like for Apple, the app is still here.
Yeah.
It's, so you have to kind of close it, but for that, it's just that particular app is there, but you don't see, yeah.
Like all the information they collect, how they said like it was information privacy.
Yeah. And then that, like, if we remember last, Tuesday, we talked about political system, how, like, remember Google exited China because the government want the information. So, and who say no? Okay,
I think it's a kind of similar to Apple Pay. You know, you just kind of scan your phone and the money disappears, but also when it comes to collecting information, it's all like the same stuff that's going on here that you've been doing. So like, how different is it really?
but I think, to me, that my instant, the immediate response would be, the difference would be WeChat Pay, the founder for WeChat Pay, WeChat, Tencent, and the founder for Alibaba, they are retired. They both are kind of retired, so that's the difference. But you don't see, I mean, Steve Jobs was kicked out by Apple's board of directors, not by the government, you know, and then he passed away. So you don't see the successful CEO in US company disappear, right? So that's the difference in my opinion. So, but I also use it, like, even though I criticize Chinese government a lot, I still use it. And actually, I don't know if I told you guys, my undergraduate major was political science, and my advisor, he went to China. He helped when Tiananmen Square happened, he helped some of the protesters, the students, escape from China to Hong Kong, and then he got locked up. So my advisor, my professor, actually got locked up, and then eventually he got out. So he started to teach at our university. So actually, I will feel less secure, but I still use it because, like when you take taxi, they don't accept anything. They want you to pay through the app. Yeah. And even if you have cash, they don't, yep.
Is that only in China or is that like other places as well?
WeChat? Oh, actually now if you go to, like I was surprised, maybe 2 years ago when I went to Vegas, they say they accept WeChat Pay and Alipay. So next time when you go to Vegas, wait. Oh, okay, so take pictures and then share with us. Yeah, because I remember in some casino, like I forgot where I saw it. Maybe some, they have a lot of name brand, like Louis Vuitton or whatever store, like under the casino, under the hotel, they have those shops. So a lot of them say we accept Alipay or WeChat Pay. Yeah. So,
It's like a big tourist attraction.
yeah, of course, yeah. Yeah. And then there are a lot of Chinese tourists going to Vegas
Well, why not just create an American version?
because they don't allow it. The reason they need WeChat Pay is because it's difficult for Chinese people to get Visa or MasterCard because it's from Western. So they have to like go around it, I think. Yeah, so originally I can use WeChat Pay, but now they require some ID and they require the Chinese local mobile number to link to the WeChat. So now I don't have authorization for WeChat Pay.
So do people even carry wallets at that point, or do they just use the WeChat?
I don't think I think they only carry the phone, but you remind me something. I don't know if you guys remember a few years ago when Japan had the earthquake or typhoon or whatever, and then they had the power outage and nobody can do anything because everything was on the phone. They can't, when they go to supermarket, no power, and then they cannot pay. So that's also something that we have to keep in mind. Yeah. So.
Yeah, that's what I think is a problem, because it's like, we're having like problems with digital, like cybersecurity right now. Digital, like still like our data, which is a big problem, I think. I'm sure something like that. So if we move to something like that, the majority of the country is going to be easy for anybody to take that.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah, that's a good point. So that's not just culture, but also maybe regulation related issue as well, right? So, but I'm glad we have a lot of discussion here. So, culture, what exactly is culture? Okay, so it's very difficult I'm going to skip this. It's what time is it? Yeah, so this is something I thought fun. So yeah, but let's skip this time. Okay, so the culture is basically, what's culture to you guys? We say, oh, different culture. What does that mean? Okay, different way. That's a good definition. But what else? What do we look at when we say culture?
Like different surroundings, like say you go to New York, you go to like or somewhere like have like a Chinatown, like that culture is different. If you go to like Little Italy, it's different cultures. You go visit and see. You see the background information, or something like that.
Yeah, but what do you say? What kind of different? Like what things are different?
The way of living, different kind of
Okay.
style of living.
Okay.
Food, fashion.
Okay. Yeah. So food, fashion, and stuff. So this time, I think I told you we went to Budapest. We went to Vienna, and there's a brand called, I forgot. It starts with B. So it's not sold in US, but it's just like it's brand for young people. So my daughter bought some of the stuff, some t-shirt and some sweater, some tote bag, and then she wore it to her school. Her friends love it. Like they say, they keep asking her, where did you get it? So it's like, I think it's the design, different way to, next time I'll ask her to take pictures and I'll show you guys. Then you will understand what I mean. But we look at like food or different color or how people design things like how do you call the thing you brought?
Purple fruit basket.
Yeah, the fruit basket. I love it. I was like, but I was worried I might break it. So next time when I go to Italy, I'm going to get one and I can play. Yeah. So So we do have, a cross-cultural literacy means that how can we understand, like an understanding of different culture in different aspects, okay? So this is I think this is a fun exercise. Let me see if we can. Okay, so this tells us like usually we have stereotypes for certain countries, certain different culture. Okay, so I need you guys to help me to answer. Okay, ready? So posh, tea lover, football fight. Fast food, long drive, cowboys.
US.
Where's US? Where's US?
It's by Italy.
Italy?
Yeah, no, it's by
Middle left,
Italy.
middle left, middle left.
Middle left. Italy?
No, left,
No,
left, 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 left.
US?
US.
Oh, it's correct. Romantic?
France.
See, I can't find, sorry, I'm dragging you guys.
Motorcycle,
Gondola? Come on. Yeah.
Oh, there's Germany.
Where?
It's,
Middle left, middle right, middle right. Korea,
Korea.
India,
Hey, your mom. Yeah.
Japan, Japan,
Where's
100%.
your pen?
top right,
Left, there you go. Australia,
Australia.
G.
bottom left, right there.
Oh, here.
Anya, Russia.
Oh, that's Katie.
Katie.
Russia.
That's Russia. Yes, down.
Spain.
Spain.
Mexico.
White blue
What the
housing.
heck is white blue housing? Google, help me. What is white blue housing?
That's Netherlands.
Oh,
Netherlands, tulip, yeah.
Republic of China.
That's not right. Taiwan.
Taiwan.
Our official name is Republic of China. And then they changed the name to People's Republic of China. This is,
Vietnam,
yes.
Canada,
Canada.
middle right.
Yes.
Oh, that's Brazil.
Yes.
Oh,
Thailand.
That's a trick.
Cuba.
Yes. Oh, this one. Polygamy? Polygamy?
Safaris.
Tanzania?
I don't know what that is.
I don't know it.
But I didn't know that,
Oh.
that means they marry more people. Oh, I didn't know that.
Santa Claus, Sweden.
Oh, no. It's Finland.
Oh, yeah, Finland's all the way up in the north.
Oh, man. Okay, how about this one?
Belgium.
Belgium.
They don't let us get back. This is,
That's
Switzerland or Sweden?
Switzerland. Not Switzerland.
Alright.
Oh, that's Sweden, that's Sweden. That's the word. That's-
80s?
80. Egypt, bottom. Mount Everest, Nepal.
Damn,
We were so close, guys. We were so close.
yeah.
Is that bad that we're that good at stereotyping?
What is Finland?
Finland's like
Oh, center.
up north.
Santa Claus.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, really. What is
What?
I thought Santa Claus is American.
I'm like, I am
Okay, so one thing keep in mind is culture is not static. It will change, okay? Especially now with all the media, all the movies, the information we see online, it will change and then it will evolve. And then sometimes like the stereotype we were playing, we give certain stereotype for certain country, but actually, culture sometimes doesn't have, like they don't go with the country boundaries. Okay, some country, different countries, they might share similar culture. Maybe some country, they have more than one culture. Okay, like I remember when I came here, when I moved here, before I moved here, I was in Tennessee. Okay, and I remember in the other class, I asked students to do a project to compare product made in USA to made in somewhere else. And every semester, honestly, I'm not kidding. Every semester I'll have some student, they will compare guns.
Wait, what?
In Tennessee, they compare AK-47 made in Russia versus made in USA. In Tennessee,
That's a big deal out there.
yeah, and or some kind of handgun. I don't even remember the model, but I remember AK-47 because that's famous. So the student, they didn't bring the gun to the class, but they were shooting videos, like they were shooting the AK-47. They say, see the Russian made AK-47. Sometimes it how do you clap? Like jam, yes, jam.
It's so hard to control. When you have that much kick, it
I
gets jammed.
don't know. See, I never, but to me, it was kind of culture shock. It's like, oh, okay. And then they will compare like, oh, they made in USA. See, this is much smooth. Yeah. So
It's funny, when I was in Florida a few months ago, I was at the shooting range, which my buddy who lives down there, and we're shooting normal semi-autos, and all of a sudden you hear this fully automatic gun to the left of us, just going crazy. I go to walk to the left, and the guy has a full auto AK-47. Now, he can't control it for shit, he's going all over the place, but it is mind-boggling looking at that.
gosh,
It's crazy.
do we need, what kind of license we need to get?
I
You
don't
just
know.
need it for fully automatic.
You
I don't
need
think
class
it's-
three.
I don't, we can,
No, well, you can, you just need a class three, which is like path allowing the ATF can go into your house whenever they want you to check your guns and stuff. So you don't do anything illegal.
oh, okay. I just need a shotgun, I think. No, see, my friend,
Shotguns, what?
no,
I
but
shot a
my
shotgun.
friend were talking about getting some guns like at home to protect themselves, but handgun,
No, yeah,
you will
shotgun,
miss shotgun.
no, shotgun is the best gun to protect your house. And
Yeah, that's what I think.
I have a question. I have a
Yes.
question, because it's funny, because when I do go to the range, most of the time I do see like most of the Asians, they only get shotguns. I want to know, they only get shot.
No, but my Asian friends they were talking about handgun. I was like,
Really?
what do you do with handguns? Like, you might miss.
That's what they were telling me, they're like, oh, we don't want to miss.
Yeah, I don't
You
want
should
to
shoot. I was
miss.
like, okay.
Yeah, if you want to.
All right,
See, like, when we take tests, we want 100%.
there we go.
So-
All right, I got you now.
So you guys, when you take tests, 100%, okay? Did I tell you I got whooped so bad by my mom? When I was second, third grade, I didn't get 100%, I was the first place. But my mom whooped me like, oh my God, I have bruises all over my body. She's like, how dare you bring the gift back from the teacher? Because I was the first place. She said, you didn't get for perfect score. Yeah, so that's why we need a shotgun. So, this movie Outsourced is on Netflix. So I don't know if we will have time. If I remember, we have one Thursday that I didn't schedule anything. I'm still debating whether I will watch Outsourced or I'll take you guys to High Park in Bethlehem. Huh? Yeah, High Park Bethlehem, but it depends on how much I make on stock market from now till April, okay? If I make more money, I can take you guys to High Park. Yeah. So, but maybe we'll watch this, but if not, you guys can watch it on Netflix, okay? So I'm not going to show you this as well. So what exactly is culture? So like you say, I forgot what exactly you said, but I think you say it really nicely. Like, it's like, culture is like how people what?
I was saying, what is culture?
Yeah.
How people, go about their life.
Yeah, how people go about their life. So it's like anything that's related to life. Okay, so here, it's a system of values and norms. So value, like what you believe, and norms, like how you act, how you behave, you know, under certain different, you know, situation, okay, with a group of people. And a society is a group of people that share the common set of values, share the same culture, okay, with, so that's a society. And a value is basically what, like, it give us some, like, it's like what you believe, and it give us some kind of explanation on our behavior. Okay, like if you ask about Asians, so we want to be professionals. I think, like, we were told, like, we are very competitive when we were, you know, when we grew up, we're told to be, you know, competitive. So, no, norms are like some social rules that people would act towards one another. So let's give you some examples. Oh, but before that, so we have, you know, social structure is also type of culture. In some society, their social structure is more static, like it doesn't change much. And in some society, the social structure is flexible. You can move from one status to another one, okay? So in some country, they have caste system where, you know, your social status, your social position is determined by birth, like where you are born. And usually you cannot change it. The most famous one is India. India has like 4 different castes. The top one is like monk, the religious, and then the second one is the noble people, king, or the noble people, like the royal family. Yeah, and then the third one is like the normal people, business person, and then the last one is, I don't even know their term, like most, you know, like not slaves, but you know, some forgot how they call it. So it's not, you know, it's not
Peasants.
peasants. No, not peasants. It's worse than that. Yeah. So it's it's sort of like slaves, but not slaves.
Like servants.
Yeah, something like that.
Servants, yeah.
So they can marry cross different castes. Yeah.
Isn't there like religions, like within those caste systems too? Specific religions in India?
Yeah, Hindi.
Oh, okay.
Hindi or Hindu? Hindu is a religion. Hindi is the language. So Hindu, yes. So so they cannot change it. And I think they try to change it now, but in some conservative area, they still, I remember, or it was, when did I visit India? 1999, when I visited India first time, I visit the area where it's called Rajasthan. They have the desert. So in that area, they are very conservative. So you will see like our tour guide, he's like, oh, I'm from the second level, like second. So he say, you know, people say hi to him first, like he wouldn't greet to people lower than his level unless they greet him first. Yeah, so it was, you know, it was kind of bad, yeah. And then religion is also part of, you know, what we believe, right? So in different area, they have different, you know, major religion, the dominant religion. So it will actually form different belief system, right? So some major religions, Christianity, Islam, and then Hinduism, you know, like we just talked about, Buddhism, and Confucianism is not really religion, but Confucius is a philosopher from China. So it kind of shaped the culture in a lot of Asian countries. Okay, so we'll talk about it. So the world religion, you can see here. What is this? This is Mormon. This is Utah, right? And then this is Protestant. And then this this is like Roman Catholic. A lot of the South of Central America and then Europe are Catholic. So this is the world religion map. And then, but we actually have a lot of religion actually share a lot of views together. Okay, like some of the beliefs. Okay, what should I put? So like, let's see, this one. So this
This
is,
simple 30-second method reverses memory loss for good. It's so easy. You can do it from
the fall.
我今天下课，我的运动包是the ideas. This just chunk drop of prayers to her. The house has no every Tuesday was plans and everyone wanted and food to her. But now at these 2 hours, Martina has little irons. This was we are playing Saki Dogi. We are told us last year, there was a community. We had a Kumari, the American Guru, and the Poland, the Bible, the education of worshiping your as manifestation of divine.
So I just want to show you this, but this is just you know, like some different areas they do use some younger kids as the living God or living goddess, but it's not the same God like when we talk about in Christianity or in Islam. It's different. It's not really like the only God. It's like some I would say maybe in our translation, maybe it's the role is closer to angel. Yeah, I think. Yeah, so in some of this culture, they do have a lot of gods, but I believe it's closer to the definition of like our understanding of angel. Yeah. So, but the different religions would actually form different way of thinking. You know, like in Islamic country, they believe that everything belongs to the God. We are just the steward of God. So we actually, as human beings, we don't owe anything, and we are not supposed to make profit from God's property. So I think a friend of mine from I forgot from which country, but from Middle East, he said it's actually considered unethical or unethical for banks to charge interest, because banks doesn't belong to bank. They actually God owns those banks, and then they are not supposed to make money out of people. And Hinduism is the oldest religion, and like we say, the caste system was from Hinduism, and so they believe in reincarnation and karma. Okay, so and then they think that we have to accept some kind of responsibility, and that's called karma. And then eventually we will reach the nirvana. That means you don't have to go through the reincarnation. Okay, like eventually, if we go through so many reincarnations, eventually we can achieve the nirvana. So in their beliefs, actually being a human being is sort of like a torture, like punishment, because we need to, even though we experience happiness, but we experience a lot of sadness, a lot of challenges in life. So they believe every time reincarnate, we are facing different challenges, and then when we finally learn, we will achieve the nirvana. Yeah. And Buddhism actually derived from Hinduism. It was, did I say invented? It was kind of invented by a Indian prince. He looked at, people suffering in India, and he feel like the caste system is not right. He feels something is not right about Hinduism. So he started to, he brought up this Buddhism. And so that shares something in common, like reincarnation also, is common in Buddhism. I remember I grew up, my families are Buddhist. So I remember my dad, like he would, like he tried to be a vegan, like he tried not to eat meat. And whenever, on our birthday, we are forced to eat vegetables only, because he said it's a day when our mother suffered, so we are not going to eat any animal. So on our birthday, no celebration, we have to, eat vegetables. Yeah. And then some similarity about different religions, like this. Have you heard of this? Listo? What is this? I don't know where this is from, but have you heard of dying God? Or like in different culture, like in Chinese culture, we have Ma Po. So that means like you have to drink before you reincarnate to the next life. You have to drink so you forget whatever happened in the previous life. So this is similar, like when you go back to life, you forget things. But sometimes some people don't really drink it, so they still have some kind of memories. So there are like, sometimes to some people, you will feel like even though you just meet the people first time, to some people you feel some kind of close.
Deja vu.
Something like that. Is that how you define deja vu? Like when you meet someone, you just like them, or when you meet someone, you just don't like them. Not, you can't explain. Yeah, I don't know if it's deja. Deja vu is more like.
Deja vu is like when you recognize something that's super similar that you felt before, but you can't really pinpoint it where it's come from. That's us connected to our past life.
Yeah, so the people connection, sometimes the connection, they say like we were told it's from the past life. Like maybe in the past life you owe me money. So when I see you this life, I will somehow get upset at you, like, oh, you did me wrong or something, so
that $1 million took me last life.
The person with a hand.
And then, like I said, Confucianism, there are the belief in China, and it's not a religion, but we have actually the Confucianism share a lot of teachings in Bible. Like in Bible, I forgot the exact quote, but it say like when you see your neighbor have funeral or something, you cry with your neighbor, or what was the?
I think I know what you're talking about. Love thy neighbor, is it?
Yeah, or
It's like, I know what you're saying, like, if somebody, the neighbor is going through something.
Yeah.
It's like, you're basically mourning with them.
yes.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, but I forgot the exact quote, but that also love your neighbor or something like that. So and he also, like Confucius also say, when your neighbor had a funeral, you cry for your neighbors, whatever they lost. Yeah, so that's and then spoken language. Oh, okay, so this is the fun thing. So countries with more than one spoken language often have more than one culture. Okay, like Switzerland, they have one side French, one side speaking German, and then Canada as well. Like if you've been to Canada, the Montreal, Quebec, they are very different than the English speaking area. Okay, so even that, it makes some difference. So what is the mother tongue of the largest number of people in the world? Yeah,
Like language,
yeah,
English,
I would say,
is it Spanish, really? No, it can't be Spanish.
actually, I would say Mandarin.
Mandarin, yes. Because if, I mean, even though India now might have bigger population than China, but Indian, they don't speak all, yeah, they don't speak the same language. So Chinese, Mandarin. And what is the most widely spoken language in the world?
That is.
Yeah, that's English, yeah, okay. So if you know some local languages, it will be very beneficial, especially when you do business. Just some, you know, great words in local language, I think people would like that, and then you will bring people closer, like if you are going to work with it as a business partner. So this is just some Chinese category, characters, yes. So like you can see it actually comes from just drawing, like the first one is mountain. Okay, you can see the red one is what we write today. So this is the mountain, and then this is the moon. Where's the sun? I have the sun. Okay, and this is child, this tree. Okay, so this is tree, this is woods, and this is forest. So you see, one tree is tree, two tree is wood, three tree is forest. Yeah, so that's how we created different words. And this is fire, fire. Yeah. So it's actually easy to learn Chinese, you know. And you just seriously, and you just need to know about 100 words to write an article. Yeah, yeah. So you just need about 100
Is
words.
it true that Mandarin language, every word is only like 1 to 2 syllables?
Not only one syllable.
It is true?
Every word is one syllable. That's why we have trouble learning English.
English is
I
like,
remember
I
some-
feel like English is so hard.
Oh my God.
I
Yes,
feel
yes,
so bad for you. Hey, bro, I just-
yes,
feel
on
bad. It's just
TikTok.
like,
was
So many
like-
things mean nothing.
It's
Like,
so
I feel bad.
stupid.
Yeah. Oh, let me tell you one joke,
Feel
and
so
then
bad.
we will finish today, okay? So my brother, when he first came here, came to US, he started with the ESL program. And then in the ESL program, the teacher say, today's assignment is you have to figure out what is your national flag. Okay, and he said, okay, I didn't know there's such thing as national flag. And then the teacher say, if you don't have it, if you don't bring one with you, you can draw it. If you can't draw it, then maybe you can check it out from library, and maybe you can borrow one from library. And he was thinking in his head, wow, I didn't know library who have frogs. And then finally, he find out it's not, teacher wasn't talking about frogs, the teacher was talking about flag. So it's like, yeah, so that's, see, it sounds so similar to us, you know, but it's actually a huge difference.
English is hard as hell.
Yeah. And yeah, so it is really hard. And some words sounds very similar, and you know,
Yeah.
so
Nobody speaks perfect English.
You got there, and there.
Yeah. Everybody got slang and stuff, but like,
yeah.
I'm looking at it.
And we can like when real American talks, everything is like connected together, right? Rah, 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 and we're like, excuse
We
me.
say it's so easy, but don't realize how complicated it is.
Yeah, and then
It's weird.
when I first came here, I have to ask people talk to me like, can you spell the words? Because I can't, and they'll be like, okay, okay, I got it. Yeah, so, but from here, you see that's why, like Chinese, Asian, Japanese, Korean, we all share similar type of, you know, like words. So for us, it's easier to read, because think about this, like we have even in China or Taiwan, we have different dialects, but it's all written the same thing. Like let's say they say this word, this mountain in Mandarin, we call shan. But in Taiwanese, we say shuan. It's totally different. Yeah, so if you are talking to people from different regions, you have to write it. And I remember when I was watching TV growing up, like if people talk in different dialect, we just need to read, we always read subtitle. That's why we are better at reading than listen. So when I learn English, when I watch TV, I need to have subtitle.
Oh, I have
Otherwise I
subtitles.
couldn't hear it.
I
Yeah.
always have subtitles on.
Yeah, so that's part of the culture. Next time I'll continue, okay, with the later one, but let me take quick attendance here. So today is, so next time, who is presenting? Oh, Austin Brown. Is he here? Oh, Austin is presenting next week, and Justin Albert. Okay, let me take attendance
What?
really quick.
That's too. Tomorrow.
So we have a lot of people talking today. You guys need to remind me, okay, if you talk. So let's do. Stuart Anderson. Austin Brown. Oh, German. You talk, right?
Yeah.
Miguel Diaz. Clarence, did you talk? Yeah. Now, Jessica, I think you talked. Yeah. Kevin. Justin, Hubbard. Yeah, I think you talked. Mehmet Ali, you talk. Jackie, you talk. Victoria, Madison, Jones. Rachel, Thomas, Justin, McLendon, you talk too. You talk a lot, right? Trevor?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, there. Justin Azal, you talk. Oh, Anthony, you talk too. Tristan, Tyler. No? Elijah?
I'm here.
Oh. Matthew, Rosa? Ryan? Oh, no. Julian? Okay, I'll see you guys on Tuesday.
One more class.
Let me check. So you yeah, next week.
Okay.
And you are also next week, right? Are you Justin?
Yeah, just an hour.
Yeah. So,
So when I do my presentation, do I need to bring in a physical item or could I just like have a picture of it?
yeah, you can have pictures. To bring physical items, just make it a little bit more fun and then, yeah, but if you can do with this, it's okay.
All right, thank you so much. All right.
I have a quick question about the
Yes.
Are you picking a country that you've never been? I never been.
No, you don't have to, but you just pick, he doesn't know what to pick, so he picked Italy because he's been there. But you pick something, do you know someone from different culture?
I mean, I'm from China. I was
Oh.
adopted.
Okay,
So my parents are Caucasian.
okay.
I don't really have a lot of cultural experience.
But did your parent ever take you back to China or do you have any Chinese friend?
Yeah, I mean, I could, or can I pick like a country that like I want?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Something that will interest you and then like why you want to go there and then what do you think will be different? Yeah, which country is in your mind? Which country in your mind now?
I was thinking China, like I'm doing some research on it and
Okay.
stuff, but like I know you talk about it a lot here, so.
No, but you can talk about it with your perspective, from your perspective and from your research. Because I'm from Taiwan, so I'm a little bit biased.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can talk, yeah,
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
no problem.